What's up, people? Now, this is my normal face when I have come out of the Dunning-Kruger effect. I am one of those people who are in the Dunning-Kruger effect, and it is difficult to admit it, but it is the fact. And it takes a lot of courage to admit that I have been one of those people who knew so little but talked so much. Who am I? I'm Evan Sungwae, and for the longest period of time, I've dwelt on the little knowledge that I had about this world and how I thought things work. But I've come to realize that there are rules, and there are people who have been dealing with this type of things I want to get involved with, and I think I know their entire lives. Like some people have been writing books for more than 45 years. Like you can literally think about and try to comprehend that. For the entire before they started doing that thing before even I was born, and that is the level of knowledge they have on this subject. It is called experience. They say it takes almost 90 days to have a skill on something, but in order to specialize on that thing, it usually takes like 10,000 hours. And that being put into context, it means that you have to do the same exact thing for more than 7 years in order to have that level of experience. Do you comprehend that? So, like, I just came out of school. I just came out of school from high school. So, what are we being taught? Even if I came out of campus, then what are we taught in campus? There's specialization. You know, there's this statistics says that in Kenyan statistics say that a lot of money is used to retrain graduates who come out of college or campus. Why? Because the curriculum and the education that we are using is a bit outdated. And especially in technology, if you are doing computer science, you really understand what I'm talking about. So companies use a lot of money to re-educate and retrain graduates who have just come out of campus. And that is true. And that is true to a certain point, because as a student, with my experience, I realized that I will not be able to employ someone because they have papers. Why? Because I've gone through this system and I've come to realize that it doesn't necessarily mean that if a person has gone through campus, they have I don't know how to play. I don't know which words to use to quote the exact thing that I want to articulate, but I feel like you are getting what I'm trying to say, that these people don't have that capacity to handle what is supposed to be handled in the real world. And a lot of okay, maybe the level of understanding I'm aiming is a little bit higher, but that is not the point. We should be okay. We are a third world country, and we have not developed that much. And I feel like the level of the Kwarakishwa, like society pushes you so fast. Because okay, let me use myself as an example. I know this is a very unpopular opinion, but let me use myself as an example. So when I started this video, I told you that I've been trapped in this Dunning-Kruger effect. The reason is, okay, let me tell you a short story about me in order to understand. I feel like I'm not ready yet to face the world in that intellectual manner that I know my potential that I can achieve. So society sometimes it really pushes you the way the society is structured right now, and the way our maybe parents, teachers, and the people who we look up to, they have been indoctrinated with these mindsets that they think that they are far ahead, but it all comes down to the Dunning-Kruger effect. So I'm just 21 years old, and I just came out of high school, and what I've been taught, and when I look back at the people who I was looking up to, the teachers and the lecturers, they haven't really built something which is tangible in the real world. Let's say the person who's teaching me on how to make an application, they themselves don't have applications. They literally don't have applications. So they opt to be teaching us in order to make a living out of it. Do you get the irony? This is the industry. I'm not trying to criticize it. The system is working properly, and I think what needs to change is the way we handle ourselves. As a third world country, we are not supposed to be we are supposed to be given a lot of time. Like if you are going to study computer science in campus, it should take at least 7 years. My bad. Okay, most of you might be saying, you know what, you nigga, you are tripping, bro. But if you really try to understand what I'm trying to say, then you look. It is not about the grades. It is about the mindset and the exposure you have in the real world. Are you able to solve problems? As a computer scientist, you should be able to solve problems and not have papers. Like, I keep on wondering, like, we have software developers. With that, we have software developers, we have IT people who are doing networking, we have cybersecurity, they are specialists in something. So, in computer science is just a general thing in order to solve a certain problem. Either you want to make an application to cater for a certain problem, either you want to go into cybersecurity and try to protect privacy. Privacy is a $1 billion industry, especially in this age of AI. Specialization is something that has to happen for a long period of time. I think, like, kitu lazima iachwe. No, greatness is not rushed. But since the society wants you, maliza haraka, ingia kwa system, ukae hapo in a rat race. But I don't subscribe to that notion and that ideology. I feel like it is outdated and archaic. It is a primitive way of outlooking the world. We can come up with a better way of interacting with our environment and the universe in a very spiritual way, in a way that. What am I saying? Am I making sense? No, I'm not making sense. Am I making sense? So, coming from Kisii County, when I came to Compost, I didn't know anything. I had this Dunning-Kruger effect, thinking that, oh, you know what, I understand how things work. I know this. But honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I didn't know anything. I was a young, naive kid who's been sent to town and university, which is around town, to figure out how to get our family out of the poverty, the generation poverty that has been consuming us for decades. As a person who comes from poverty and illiterate people, my mom and my dad are illiterate. And most of my family members, my brothers and sisters, sorry to say this, but you already know what it is. And the pressure that is, you see, when I go to campus, I realize that this I really don't know anything, and maybe some families and some other people have that foundation, or maybe that intellectual capability to handle all of this information or all of this shit that is happening. For me, it was like a discovery. Like nilipigwa na butua. Like I literally know nothing. Like sijui chochote. Mi ni mshamba, mi ni fala, sijui chochote. Am I exposing myself to camera? But I don't really care. I'm past that, and I'm trying to face it and admit it so that I can move on, knowing that I've clarified this misunderstanding that people have. I've been a quiet person who really doesn't like showing off. Do I show off? No, I don't. Oh fuck, I'm laughing for a while. It has been a while since I laughed. Oh shit. So where was I? So I came from Kisii County. Didn't have any manners, didn't know how to socialize with people. I really thought the world was evolving around me, and now that I have come to understand that it is an entire world. Look, East Africa, we have almost 18 countries in East Africa. Can I count them? Like in West Africa, we have almost 16 countries. In North Africa, we have almost 5 to 6 countries. I don't know. Morocco. I think 5 countries. In Central Africa, we have almost 18 countries. Think about it. You cannot explore Africa alone and completely. So you are a tiny bit of I don't know, I'm a particle. You're a bit particle. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit anymore. So there are a lot of things that we have to learn as a third world country, and as we come from Africa, the first thing we have to do in order to evolve is to unprison ourselves, to get out of this trap that we have created for ourselves. This mindset, we have to decolonize ourselves. Ni poa kusikiza your mom, ni poa kusikiza your dad, but you have to realize, are they out of the system? Are they out of the matrix? You have to question yourself, because if those you know what I say, like you have to take advice from the people you want to be like. So that is it literally encompasses what it means. It is just self-explanatory, and anyone can get it if you really can get it. They say that if you are rebellious, or you will be rebellious one time in your life, you don't have to be told about what the system is, because you are going to experience it. And if you are not going to experience that, and you have never experienced the rebellion or knowing what the system is, you will never understand it. And if someone tries to explain it, you will never get it. That is why they say, like, you can't be told what the system is. You just have to see it for yourself. For if you are to see the system, you will see it. Whether you saw it earlier on in childhood, or maybe right now, or maybe you will see it in the future. No one has to tell you what the system is. You just have to discover it for yourself. But if you won't find it in your entire life, it is no point in trying to explain to someone. That is the same reason you find that you can't try to explain your actions to your parents anymore, or to your family, or your friends, because they don't really understand it. And most of them, they won't ever have that capability to comprehend what a system, what the matrix is. I don't know if I'm making sense. Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, comment down below saying, you're making sense. Evans, you're making sense. I hope so. I hope so I'm making sense. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. Dunning-Kruger effect, that is a thing that you should be fighting your entire life. Try to beat it. Because you will never evolve. You will never grow. You will never learn. Trust me, I've been there. I'm talking out of experience. It is not something that I read online. No, I'm talking out of experience. It is something that I've done, and something I can't say that I'm ashamed of, but the past is the past, and it is gone, and the memory is just a reconstruction. So I cannot change that, but I'm able to change the future. I'm able to change what is coming. I'm able to tell people that don't follow this path. But I'm only telling those people who are able to see what I'm talking about. The rebellious part of your mind. You have to decolonize, you have to unprison yourself. Like raising up your hand like this. Most people will never do this, like wanasema, you know what, mechizi, mbona nainua mkono hivi? Because I have fucking free will. Like, this is an open world game. You can literally do anything. And you see, most people don't want to talk about things like aliens, don't want to talk things, fictional stuff. They don't want to talk about how we can advance to space. Elon Musk, NASA, and Kenyan Space Agency, that is what they are meant to be, to discover if there is another extraterrestrial life. So it is possible to be talking about these things. But if you try to introduce the topic, people look at you like you are crazy or something. I don't know. You try to introduce spirituality to people who are indoctrinated with the organized religion, either Islam, either Christianity, either Hinduism. They will look at you, you know what I'm saying, bombastic side eye. And they will call you are radical, I don't know. But kila msa anaishi venye anaishi. But the person who I'm talking to today is ule mse mwenye anajua like dunia ni yako. No. Hata kama unajua like auta maybe utamaliza hii mwaka, juu mwaka ni kitu refu sana. But think long term. Like wewe si wa maana, mimi si wa maana. Like hii ni mwili nitadedi kesho kutwa. Na checking. But the ideas una present kwa dunia, like no one is better than you. You only have to free your mind. Like don't look at yourself and think that your material things define you. Usijiangalie useme okay, unajua ule msako na Audi na mimi sina Audi, uanze inaitwaje, kujidevalue. Never devalue yourself because someone else doesn't value you. Because someone else is materialistic and is bound by that mentality. You know what? Everything is material. Kama you have life to live, and someone else standards zikufanye like usikie vibaya. I know I have shaggy hair. You see, I have shaggy hair. And watu wengi wananiambia, you know, si unafaa unyoe hivi ukae smart. I am smart. I'm not trying to conform to your beliefs ama to the way you want to see me. It is like decolonize to your mentality you have over entitlement of another person's appearance. Or like these are the same people who look at a person who is attractive and they think that they are intelligent. These are the people who look at people who have authority and they think that those people do everything which is correct. Like haimaanishi polisi akiwa amevalia uniform kila kitu atakwambia ama kila kitu atafanya iko right ama iko sawa. That means that the government na the government na mtu yote kuna authority yenyewe is not natural. Authority is not natural, to come to think of it. But don't ajua nimedrift from the topic I was talking about, where I come from and the knowledge and how the people are indoctrinated na these belief systems zina like ni poverty traps. Like poverty doesn't mean nikaa na pesa mingi. No, poverty inamaanisha like akili yako, like you are not free, you're not free, like umeprogramiwa kujipolice, you police yourself. Am I making sense? I don't want to drift off so much because hii live stream imekuwa random, but I'm hoping that you are getting something out of it. Tafadhali usisikize ama usinikao unaangalia unasema usiende unyoe nywele. I'm saying that na tena nyoa sahi chini tena will be a different person. This is something contemporary. Like the reason I'm talking about it is because watu wako na ile mentality, you know, like huyu msana anaongea hivi, sijui mdomo akona mdomo sijui imeangalia kando, ama sijui mseme na zaka hajajipanga vizuri, msana akona mapua kubwa, sijui like ukianza kuangalia mse hivyo una miss the point. That is not the point. Like mimi si wa maana, I'll just literally die, bro. You should listen to what the ideologies that are being, like wase wanasikiza Martin Luther King walikuwa wanajali nywele yake ilikuwa imeanzia hapa? No, they didn't. Watu wanamsikiza because alikuwa na value, alikuwa anapatiana. Watu wanasikiza kina Plato, tunasoma vitabu za Plato, tunasoma Socrates, tunasoma sijui Aristotle, tunasoma sijui ni Dante, sijui Rindes Kant, like hata sijaona picha yake, but mtu akiongelea kitu fulani najua, you know, that thing nishaisikia, na in that context ni mtu fulani alisema hivi, na inafaa hivi na hivi na hivi, na mimi naweza apply hivi. Like that ideology, knowledge. The moment umeacha kufikiria, the moment free yourself unaanza kufikiria, you are already dead. No. Most philosophers watasema watu wengi hawadedi, like jua wako waishi, like hawako ifungua akili yao wajiulize. The moment ushaanza kuuliza system maswali, then unaanza kuishi. But it is very difficult. Utapata a lot of hate, utapata wase wanakuchukia, and your family members amweze kama mnaelewana na wao, especially wakirealize what you are trying to do. And I guess I'll just cut the video here. I can literally talk education. Have a nice time. Decolonize yourself. Free your mind. Escape the matrix. Peace out.